Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. I'm Keisha. I'm here to help you raise your vibration, create the reality of your dreams, the reality that you desire. I want to open up a whole new perspective for you from someone who has just become very spiritual. My journey has led me down a path that has allowed me to create the life of my dreams that I may have otherwise just allowed to slip by because I was so distracted by things of the world that isn't the one that I'm creating. So I feel like I owe a lot of you an explanation because one of the reasons why I gained a following was because I was a very outspoken atheist. And in fact, one of my most viewed videos was me coming out as an atheist. People loved it, and their feedback solidified my stance. And I stayed there for about 10 years. I was very closed-minded. I thought I knew everything. I wanted to argue with everyone. It was pretty much a miserable existence. I mean, all I did was chased money. Once I left my religion, which was Christianity, I grew up as a Christian. It didn't really take as a child, but as an adult, and when I started experiencing hardships, I thought it was something that helped me get through them. And honestly, I think they did. But I was challenged on that faith, and I completely turned away from it, and I thought I was happy like that for 10 years. But instead of me looking internally when I let go of that external mythical God, I looked toward the state, like most atheists do. They replace the imaginary man in the sky with people that they can actually see. And it's really no different because you're allowing an external force, an external source to dictate your life. And I gained another following by being a Bernie supporter. And when the veil was lifted from that, I started just looking inward. I realized that no one's going to make anything better for me except me. And I shouldn't be relying on these external sources to do anything for me. And that's when I let go of my dependence on external authority. And it was a very liberating moment. And since then, I've been just able to go with the flow. And you'll hear me use that word, flow state. That's where you want to be. And I'll never forget the time that I really started taking this seriously. My son, who was probably teen at the time, so I want to say 3 years ago, he's almost 18 now. I was just really frustrated with a client who I allowed to take advantage of me. I'm not putting anything on her. I just let her keep piling things on me, and I wasn't charging her. I felt I was letting her waste my time, and the energy in my home was low vibe. And my son didn't even want to be around me like that. I tried to take him to dinner. He said, you know what, Mom, I'm going to chill. I'm going to sit this one out because the vibe you're giving off is just, it's not something I want to be around right now. And I'm like, excuse me? He said, yeah, you know what, maybe you should just meditate for a while. And I took this kid's advice. I homeschooled and I trusted him. He was a trusted source. He does a lot of research. And so I said, I'm going to sit and I'm going to just turn everything off. That was probably the first time I really disconnected from social media for a long period. I put on my automatic replies for my emails. I just took off. I just refused to work for those few days and just didn't turn on the TV. When I did, it was listening to great philosophers that I admire, like Alan Watts, Neville Goddard, and I just started turning everything inward. And when I tell you that those few days changed my entire life, I'm not exaggerating. I started only connecting with the things that made me feel good, the things that made me happy. I started choosing happiness at every turn. And that's what I'm going to try to help you do with this channel. Just start choosing happiness. Make your life what you want it to be. And even though I thought I was happy, I was making money, I was able to buy all the things, but what I had to do for the money, I wasn't really enjoying it. I love my work. I still love my work, but I didn't like feeling like I had to deal with certain things to get that money. It wasn't vibing with me. And that's the whole purpose of this channel. I want to show you the levels of consciousness and help you identify what level you're on so you'll know what it takes to get to that next level. I heard someone use the analogy of a video game. When you're on level 1, that's all you know. You can't just go to level 10 and think you're going to win the game. You have to climb up these levels. But once you climb up these levels, you can't see yourself going back down. So we're going to raise our consciousness and we're going to reach the highest level that we possibly can. I think we're going to find ourselves in love. What the world needs now is love, as corny as it sounds. I know it's corny. Again, love is the answer. We can't keep battling amongst ourselves and thinking that we're going to get anywhere. We can't let these external forces keep taking advantage of us. You're allowing that to happen. I'm going to challenge you guys. I have a challenge coming up where we're going to turn everything off. And I'm not going to make this biblical, but we're going to take 7 days to recreate our realities. We're going to shut everything off for 7 days, 6 days. On that 7th day, we're going to come back together. And we're only going to get online just to share our experiences. We're going to raise this level of consciousness. We're going to help each other reach the ultimate level of consciousness, where nothing is bothering us, where we're living our lives to our fullest potential. You'll never really get there, but you'll always know that you're on the right path. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you guys. I'm not going to be sharing on Facebook because we need to get away from those influences. We don't want to engage in low vibrational conversations. We don't want to see anything that brings our vibe down. We want to be intentional about this and make sure that we remain in a high state of consciousness. So in my next video, I'm going to explain the levels of consciousness, and you'll be able to look at them and see which one you're on, and we'll figure out together how to get you to that next level. We're going to do live chats, and you want to ask me any questions. I'm not a guru, but I have studied. I think I know enough to consider myself a philosopher. And I have been able to create a life that I desire. And every day I wake up and I do exactly what I want to do. If it's something I don't want to deal with, I don't. I know how to delegate. I know how to put things off when I need to, but I also know how to address things and take care of the things that need to be done. I put my priorities in the front. If it's not a priority, it doesn't need to be done today. So I enjoy my life. I'm ecstatic every morning. I wake up and I spend at least an hour in bed just being grateful for where I am in this life today. As a 56-year-old woman that has gone through so many different stages in my life, I'm just so grateful that it has brought me here, because I feel so elevated, I feel so powerful, and I want you to be able to find that power within you. Stop letting these distractions bring you down. Collectively, we're creating this world. And if we engage with the people that are creating a world that we don't want, then we're stuck. It's up to us to step out of that matrix. The matrix is real. We have to step out of that and create the world that we want. This is our simulation. We don't have to take it. And we're not going to take it anymore.